Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and welcome back to another stream.
Yes, welcome to Charge! Stop! We're not doing this again.
Get the fuck off my
Get
That's
the hell
my
out of
railroad.
It's like,
railroad!
get the
Fucking
hell
right.
off my screen. So get the hell off my screen.
Hello, everybody. It is us. It's the three main UP lads.
Welcome back to another stream. And for those of you wondering why our PFPs, happy motherfucking 4th.
Happy 4th of the goddamn... To only 3rd, though, but we're going to be streaming also tomorrow, so yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
can suffer
happy
with
early
us.
4th.
I'm currently making myself suffer by making a 1982 profile picture. I'm
Alright.
making it on my phone, so I might not be...
Nice.
Stop!
No.
Scream until my grandma yells at me again.
Out of my house!
I would
Get
shoot
the
out, but I've never else these words. Can you guys hear my? I don't think I can play music. No, I can't.
I can hear you.
No.
We can hear you. Besides, you don't want to
I'm
because of
I'm gonna
copyright.
listen to Spotify while we do the stream, but sadly I can't because
No. And
my
you don't want to
audio-
get us
I
copyrighted.
don't want to get the stream copyrighted, but my fucking
Yeah.
audio won't even work.
It's super sad. Hey guys, guess what?
What?
Ben, listen to this. If your grandma yells at you again, tell her this.
No, I would get my ass kicked out of my house.
Oh well.
And I don't know if you guys can see it on my stream, but I'm gonna stream a tab with the drawing I made. I'm gonna stream it because I'm streaming the art I made. This is the art I made of 108 last few nights ago, and I called it last night. For those of you who are watching, if you think it's good,
It's really good. It's really
yeah. I nailed 108's paint perfectly. I think it's spot on. The purple color is a little bit, it's dark purple, dark violet blue, but it's blows out to the black, dark blue on top. That it works. There's 145. Not the best, but it's showing anyway. And I did corner
Oh, yeah.
abilities.
I forgot to mention, guys, guess who I met at the Railroad Park?
Who?
I met the old Southern Pacific Railroad track maintainer.
Oh,
I thought you were about to say I thought you were about to say Southern Pacific. Lick my balls.
Fuck you. Suck some dick, George, you piece of shit.
God, I'm drooling myself. But yeah, we had some good ass hamburgers earlier in the afternoon. God damn.
I just had hamburgers now and hot dogs. With freaking
God damn. Man shoved the whole entire glizzy in his mouth.
You? Oh my god, dude. Hey Rod, how you doing? Sadly,
Rod, let me tell you something here. Freaking Nick put a glizzy in his mouth, bro.
I really did eat a hot dog though. 2 actually.
Nah, he ate a whole glizzy, bro. And you
I mean, if you're old enough to know what that is.
basically, he pulled out the Amtrak 4449 livery.
What? It's in AFT colors, kind of. So
True, that's true though.
it looks like a freaking bomb. You know those popsicles? You get the bomb rocket popsicles. It looks kind of.
There we go. Finally.
Yay, AFT! All aboard the freedom train if you come.
No. We do not sing that song. We don't sing songs here. We're gonna get copyrighted.
Nah, not unless we sing it.
What's our Discord tags?
Want to go and write mines down? You can, Nick. I don't care.
You just fucking real grand time, but compressed.
All aboard America, here comes the freedom train.
Of course, when we start streaming, we get a fucking notification from the SMT mainline.
I got that too.
Wow.
What was it? Was he trying to fix a fucking Great Northern P1? Did I read that correctly?
No, an
Great
FA
Northern
one.
FA1.
A FA1, my bad.
Oh shit.
Who's playing it in the
Well,
background?
How would we get copyrighted from that bitch?
No, I'm
Sorry.
saying don't sing the songs out loud because we don't know.
We
I
can't
saw
get
this-
copyrighted if we sing the music.
No, I saw this like one YouTuber that actually got copyrighted for singing a song.
Really?
Maybe because there's some other shit in there. I'm not sure. Have y'all heard of how fucking 1309 has the fucking 5550 whistle on it?
Yeah, it was running with
Yeah.
the 55 whistle. I don't know how
That
long. It was like last week or so.
All right. That
Here,
makes
I'll send
sense.
you my. Oh, that's your tag. Okay, I'll use
Yeah,
that
we'll
then.
add you because I'm not too keen on sending my Discord out on YouTube chats because of fucking spammers and doxers, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Rod, do you want to join us after we send you friend requests?
I don't know, man. He's probably busy, but if he can, he will. I mean, we're
I'm literally
Like, I'll
using
send,
Discord
like-
on my fucking Xbox.
Yes. And also VR chat.
No, I'm using. No, I do.
Oh yeah,
have
you
VR.
use the Oculus Rift for the VR chat stuff. My bad.
I gotta
All right,
use
just
Oculus
I sent you a
browser
friend
to
request,
make
Rod.
it. I can use
We're
Oculus
all
browser.
AFT now. I'm in 2101 Paint. Ben
Shut the
is
fuck up, you giggly bitch.
Mm. We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
That one speed clip where they just
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. But yeah, Rod, I sent you the friend request. Oh yeah,
Yep, I
hello.
did too.
Oh hello, hello, hello. I'm just gonna say hello.
Hello, little child. I come to smack up wee with you.
Hey, oh, that's kind of gay. That's kind of gay.
George, what are you saying in the Discord?
I'm rating this Discord server. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
Oh, no, you don't. I will actually smack the living shit out of you.
Mm, mm. I'm gonna ask Rod if he wants to join the stream. Give me a second. You wanna join the stream?
Is this the Rod guy from the chat or Rodney?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What everyone just heard is George blowing out my ears.
Everyone heard.
No, I am.
You guys remember last time how I was playing Train Sim World?
Jason World.
I can't unfortunately because my
Did it
Xbox
die?
Game Pass thing ran out. Yeah, kind of.
And that was a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
Can you still play Minecraft though?
Oh, you said
That's
the Minecraft disc.
Okay,
Well,
by the way,
that's
guys,
right.
I'm sending Rod the stream link.
Right
Oh,
now, I'm
you
trying to
still
save
right.
up for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 with the zombie mode because that shit was nostalgic. I know people are gonna get hit because people are gonna say Call of Duty Black Ops 2 is better. I like Black Ops 3 in my opinion.
Yeah.
Black Ops 3 is best.
Any of the Black Ops games are good.
Well, they're pretty good, but Black Ops 4, we do not talk about that shit. It's
Black
trash.
Ops 4 was garbage. On God,
It was
Oh.
shitty as hell.
it was. It needed some more development into the game.
Right now,
Frank.
I'm saving up for Black Ops 3 and that SPD, so I'm saving up for. I'm close.
Ben, why not go grab fucking 30 93 89 if you can find one?
That fucker's like $200 expensive.
Oh shit, true. My bad. My bad, fool.
Because you know, Athern.
Me! But yeah, you were foaming over the mouth when you saw that Athearn locomotive in my videos. You know it's true, you hoe. Man's about to whip on this hoe.
I'm gonna whip this hoe.
I'm about to whip this hoe.
Like how Nick is just like dealing with our fucking dumbasses while we just.
I'm about to reverse on this hoe. I'm about to reverse on this hoe.
I'm about to go through. Fuck.
Yeah.
He's about to go fuck on this hoe.
Damn, I'm gonna.
Man's about to go fuck on this hoe. Come on in. Here we go. Come on in. BigBadBitch.com.
What the fuck, George?
Hey, y'all. Come on in. BigBadBitch.com.
I'm gonna try and open up Roblox and try and stream Roblox, but I doubt if.
BigFatBitch.com.
I doubt that would fucking stop George.
BigFatBitch.com.
Fuck that bitch.com. Wait.
Guys, I'm gonna add Roblox. Come on. Oh, come on.
People do not put that in your fucking search bar in Chrome or Google.
Yeah.
Please.
No, that's from Vanos Gaming, dude. That was from Vanos Gaming.
Yeah, I know
Back in
Vanos.
the old
I know Vanos.
Should I add him, George? Should I add him?
Yeah, that's him.
No, let me to try and open up Roblox because it doesn't want to load. Come on, you stupid thing.
Hey, Rod. What's God damn.
Would you try to say in your chat?
Man tried to shit in chat.
I think man tried to say something in chat, but it didn't go through. And I don't have a chat filter on.
Nah, we'll
Alright. Yeah, that makes sense. He's going to stay quiet because he's not ready for voice reveal yet. That's alright.
Understandable, my guy. Understandable.
Okay, so that happened.
Hey, y'all. You want to know something funny?
What?
You dumb.
Yes, I'm dumb and I'm proud of it.
Bro, you think that's a fart? I could go louder, bro.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
Seriously. Roblox.
Oh, my God, Ben. That was loud as fuck.
No shit.
Bro, Roblox why is Roblox doing this? Okay, no Roblox then.
What's
No
the kind of
Roblox.
shit I'm bro?
Because Roblox right now I don't anymore. It's a piece of garbage.
Roblox
That's why I don't use it.
Roblox is giggity giggity.
Shut up, we have not used. I use it to make a scene somewhere role play.
Peter, let's go trolling.
Yeah, well, I use it in a role play with George and Scratch server, but that's about it.
Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter. Yeah, Joe, what's up?
Like, I could do a lot of voice impressions. I could do John, I could do Arthur, and I could do Dutch, kind of.
I can do Quagmire.
Arthur.
500! Jesus Christ, that's a lot of tuppers.
How the fuck do you have that much bots, Rod? God damn. I thought you just got Discord.
That sounds like something Ben would jack off to.
No, hey, what the fuck is wrong?
I'm sorry, I think I gave George a back. George?
What the hell?
I gave George Welsh Cole again. Please help this man.
What the hell, brother?
Come, brother, tell Vina your problem.
Oh, well, at least I can stream Whistle Sim because I have it on my laptop.
Vina, your problem.
Well, two hats I make a hole. Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Baba G.
Baba G. Baba G or Xbox. Baba G or Giga 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 Giga. Babiga.
I like saw like 7 of my 7th grade teachers at the fucking movies whenever I was rail fanning.
Oh my god, man!
I'm being serious. They were all watching the rise of fucking Gru.
Oh no, it's the choo-choo train! It's a poo-poo-poo train!
We're on the Nicolas Cage
Train! Nicolas Cage, my friend. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, my friend. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas poo-poo-poo-pee. Nicolas poo-poo-pee. Make it into a hooter, Nick. Make it into a hooter.
Bro, why are you using
Hooter, okay.
It's like so laggy, on God. Nick, you're echoing.
Alright, I'll stop it then.
Enough with
So
that
shit has a vibe.
Alright.
I really like my chocolate. In my opinion, your chocolate tastes like gaga.
Yo, I just made
One likes my chocolate.
I just made a whistle. It sounds like 2014's whistle, but sicker than hell.
In my opinion, your whistle sounds like gaga.
Como de la chocolate, la coya to kaya pita, la polla to kaya pita. I am not gonna translate any of that. I will translate the end. Means I'm gonna cut your dick off.
Hey! Like to see you try, fool. Chico, cabrón. I like to see you try, fool.
I'm actually gonna go on my Xbox and we're just gonna play that.
Oh my god.
Five Nights. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Five Nasty Ass Fools. Someone call security, bitch.
No. We're not referencing Eddie VR here.
Fuck.
It's fun.
I made
Why
it
not?
registered 2 bots in a day.
Like,
Let's
we're all
see.
getting drunk and we're just gonna watch a movie.
Chico, cabrón.
Here, I'm gonna put the 587 movie on. No, I'm just kidding.
5'8", no, put on the 587 movie, bitch.
I am not putting on the 587 movie.
Or
Yeah,
at least put on the American Freedom Train documentary, something. Nick, can you pull up the 580? Nick, can you pull up the American Freedom Train documentary? Man, that's copyrighted.
It's alright. Let it happen.
Right, can we watch something like the American Freedom Train documentary, please?
Yep. Yep.
Yay. I like it how I just stole 2101's paint job from the Baltimore Ohio Railroad Museum.
It fits you. It fits you well.
Not besides, I also made the 3 others. One that's 610 warp, stole 4449 streamlined shrouding, and then made the makeshift 611 paint scheme.
Yeah.
And I also showed it to a guy who legit sees 844 on a daily, and he likes it. He wants to see it on 844.
Motherfucker, I'm that guy.
I know, and I didn't. But what's your opinion on it? You never told me.
It's shit. No, I'm just kidding.
What would you make the American Freedom Train? Okay, Ben. So besides your side model, how do you want? You just want 4449's livery onto your model.
That's my train sonar right there, by the way, in the blank messages chat. Is it this one, George? This one?
That's those two. There's 2 of them. Like, there's one that they did the construction of the American Freedom Train, which is the one underneath.
I'll make it myself.
No, Ben, like, you can't because you don't have scratch.
I don't care about shipping addresses.
Shipping these nuts in your mouth.
Everywhere you go.
I
Where you
don't
can
care.
surf without getting fit.
I
I don't want it to follow me.
There's no place like Chrome.
Fuck Chrome.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customized
Shut up
everything.
and car
Fuck up, fuck off, New York. Jesus, you fucking liberals.
Jesus, you fucking liberals.
Ooh, that whistle. Damn, that music though.
That's hot.
There we go.
Are you sure this isn't copyrighted?
I don't think there's a problem with showing our videos. I mean, Logan's done it when he was on a stream.
But not on. But has he done it on YouTube live streams though?
Hey, George, guess what?
What, Ben?
So.
The Penn Central unit has been erased from existence. It's gone.
Really? Did this actually happen?
It actually happened. No, I'm just kidding.
What happened? No, legit. What actually happened to it?
No, I was just looking at a Jawtooth video. It said that how much? It was like a bunch of SC-70 ACUs being shipped to a different place.
To a different country?
No, not to a different country. To a different railroad or place.
Is it going to Brazil? Because that's where it belongs. Okay, Nick. There's two others. We don't have to watch this exact one because this is not the one that I was watching earlier.
Show your opinions. Take opinions.
Ben likes to suck pee.
Shut up.
No.
Yes.
No.
You goddamn. I ripped my pants.
Hey, up. I shit it. Y'all know this is a true story of how I shit my pants in real life.
Which one is it? Is it this one?
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, that's one of them.
All right.
You eat babies.
I mean, technically, I know you have to get like a sync license there, but I'm probably gonna show a little bit of it.
Freedom and individual initiative. They've helped keep America growing and prospering for 200 years.
Y'all know this is the true story of how I shit my pants in real life.
Reflect on our past.
Among us.
How we as a people lived and
yes.
Worked.
I shit in my pants. I shit it in my pants.
So unique.
I shit it in my pants.
What's that?
Also, time to
bring more babies.
The principles.
Hey yo!
That's right.
On the next half hour, you'll see the story.
You eat babies. You have to survive. Everyone knows that.
Ben, turn that down.
It's your fault. Berries and mushrooms, you fool.
I did.
Ben, is he good?
A gathering of people who came from different countries, spoke different languages, to carry a new, very special, priceless cargo of the nation's history. And the gathering of people went to work on it with as much tenderness and care as
which one, Rod?
Their skills would allow.
I like how John Marshall just harassing
Which Amtrak Harris unit, Rod? Which one?
On the other side of the continent, in Richmond, California, other people came together with their individual skills to help transform still other cars. Welders, engineers, carpenters, painters. 50 experienced mechanics to put in a moving walkway that would carry millions of Americans past relics and replicas of the nation's 200-year history. Air conditioning and heating engineers set out to design and build a total environmental system to protect priceless documents from humidity and temperature. Fire equipment experts created a whole new kind of fail-safe system that would protect both artifacts and people. In the course of their work, the people in Richmond, California, and the people in Venice, Florida, would cut their way through several tons of old steel to bring into being a fresh, exciting bicentennial concept of our national heritage. In Larchmont, New York, designer Barry Howard and his staff for creating designs that would transform interiors of old Yankees cars into unusual contemporary display modules.
Gaboom! Gaboom!
At the end of December 1974 in Portland, Oregon, one of the great iron horses was pulled from its pedestal in a park.
No wonder
Oh,
that's how
monument to the
449
past.
came to be.
The old engine, like the baggage
Yeah.
cars, was
Oh,
coming
it's
out of
ugly.
design.
It looks ugly.
The
Give
children
it proper
who've been growing
paint.
Ben,
around
look.
for years
Ben, look at 4449.
would see
I
it
know
alive,
it's a war
back in
baby
action.
model. God damn.
It weighs
you guys are
in at
mad.
900,000 pounds. Built in
Wait,
1941,
there's an actual
the
question.
Southern Pacific.
What?
Wait, there's a question. Is 4449 a GS6 or a GS4?
GS4. It was painted the black paint during the wartime effort, I think.
And I guess it stayed like that.
Oh, you got 130. Nice. Ben caught that with 184 on the Southwest Sunset Limited, not Southwest Limited.
Motherfucker, I don't live in BNSF territory.
He lives in America, UP, America.
I also said Southwest
America,
Limited.
UP, America. What the fuck did I just say?
Daylight engine would be used on the western part of the Freedom Train's run. At the same time, a Reading T1484 was coming out of retirement to take over the eastern part of the trip.
It's the T1 I stole the livery from. Yay!
It's my favorite engine, the Chessie boy. Yay!
That's Reading, you dumbass.
I know, but I like the Chessie
America's
paints. I
leading
call it
builders of
Chessie boy.
industrial exhibits in Chicago.
It was ugly.
Alexandria begin to transform designs and blueprints into all
I
the
figured I was
exciting
gonna say I thought that was
displays would bring
George,
the
but it's
past to
not.
life.
That guy looks like George older.
Shut the fuck up.
They were shaping a replica.
Besides, one of these motherfuckers looks like you and Ben.
Wait, really?
They were finishing.
Yes, just look hard.
And the windows through which you will look into the past.
Look, that guy looks like Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, Willem Dafoe.
Across the nation's history.
USS Lobster Pass.
Then Honest Dave stepped in the cab, and the wheels
You begin to roll.
Capital of country and western music. Recording stars Dolly Parton.
Yeah, maybe we would say skip this. Yeah, there we go. Stay right there. Leave it right there.
Artifacts that would fill the Freedom Train's display cars.
From every corner of the earth we have come, bearing gifts of intellect and skill, art and compassion. We are, all of us, Americans, struggling together, suffering together.
In recording studios, stage and film stars were taping the sound
5 to 80. Much for me.
being put into final shape. In Venice, in Richmond, the cars were being made ready for final inspection. The engineers gave their final seal.
We could actually watch.
Everything had to
Then we can see what was actually inside said cars.
But there was still plenty to do. By the middle of February, the cars were shipped to the design fabricators around the country. It was now their job to install the hundreds of displays, pictures, mechanical devices, projectors, video players, and 500 of some of America's most priceless documents and artifacts. Now there was a sense of
fireworks right outside
and
right
there was
now.
a special sense of achievement. Everybody
Ours been doing it since 6, and there's still daylight out.
That would become the American Freedom Train. In Alexandria, a 1904 Oldsmobile Scout came aboard one of the showcase cars, as did an 1849 fire engine, an 1834 locomotive, and twice the life-size
and I would
replica
know
of the
about that
Liberty
because I have the Trains 2 model of it.
Yeah.
I don't care about dry skin. I don't care about dry skin. No.
That's for women.
Why?
Ben, would you agree on me there, buddy?
I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking.
We can flex. Skip it. Yes.
So uglier than my mom. Oh God, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
of America.
I know. I'm just gonna
Let's go aboard the American Freedom Train.
I'm gonna go over any
In car
music.
Watch.
The beginning.
We're gonna listen.
In an old print shop window is a copy of Poor Richard's Almanac, In a miniature setting of Boston Harbor, you'll see a replica of the Old North Church lantern. While on the soundtrack, you'll hear the recreated voices of those times. You'll see priceless documents from our past, some over 200 years old, written with words that still have meaning today. Car 2 is a capsule of exploration and expansion. From the early Indian artifacts, you'll experience the first movement west, the sounds of wagon
Union
wheels
Pacific.
and voices that helped create the excitement of a new nation.
Did you say
Nation
Union Pacific?
expanding and exploring
Yeah.
all the elements
That's
of
Central
nature.
Pacific.
A country moving
Oh, I
from
saw
wagon
Union
wheels
Pacific on
to
the
rocket
poster.
ships, always searching and reaching out to the moon and beyond. Car 3 carries you through 200 years of change. Dramatic displays create a visual mosaic of America's growth as a nation. From wilderness to megalopolis, from horse and buggies to today's jets, from log cabins to
Diva
skyscrapers,
Clinton.
our
Hey.
national parks and recreation facilities, all a part of the American scene. In Car 4, you'll discover something about yourself. The fact that, except for the Indians, we are a nation of immigrants.
For thousands of years, we were the only
Incredible, lifelike mannequins will talk to you. In a sense, this car reflects our ancestors from all over the world as they confirm our 200 years of heritage. The inventors take over car number 5, the people who gave us the base for our American know-how.
Correct, yeah.
Franklin, Edison, Bell. You'll see a marvelous array of original inventions, artifacts that range from ordinary tools to American inventions that change the way the whole world lives, eats, communicates, travels from then to now. Car 5 is the continuing American technological revolution. Car 6 celebrates we the people at all our daily tasks. 200 years of farmers, factory workers, office workers, firemen, policemen, doctors, lawyers, merchants, writers, poets, teachers, housewives. As the walkway carries you through Car 6, you begin to celebrate yourself. We the people. In Car 7, you celebrate the history of American sports. See replicas of the great
football.
heroes and heroines of the past and the present. An exciting array
Baseball.
of pictures, documents, valuable artifacts
Football.
that create a sports happening. A 200-year heritage of memories and surprises. Each and every one of them very much a part of America's history. Car 8 takes you into the world of entertainment, the performing arts.
Where's Walt Disney when you need him?
Great old movies, The Mill,
Yeah.
Griffith. Actual artifacts, costumes, and props from Academy Award-winning films of the past. You'll move along the walkway to experience the greats of Broadway, the plays and musicals that make up our theatrical heritage, the sounds of old radio shows,
Theatrical heritage.
the dazzling montage.
Oh my God!
In car number 9, you'll see the works of painters and sculptors who have used this country to reflect the look of.
Why are they using Beethoven?
Fix them in time with their paintbrushes and imaginations. Car 10, in a sense, sums up the whole American experience. The first 9 cars have woven the fabric of American history, and Car 10 illustrates several moments when that fabric has been strained
Hey,
almost to the
nothing
point
bad
of break.
ever happened to the Kennedys.
To the Kennedys.
Ah,
Of which the people of
Meanwhile, in
America
1968.
are stronger.
ah.
And as you move into the exit car, you share the lines, "Now let us celebrate America, its heritage and its strength. And together, let us build a meaningful tomorrow." Stretch 3 months.
Let this
into
play,
the
Nick. Let that
freedom
play.
train to go on board and get involved in the moments and miracles that created this unique experiment called the United States of America. After all, they come from this past. The people, the places, the sights and sounds that make up history
Look
are very
at
much
the
a
kids
part
on
of it.
2101. Look at that.
Nice.
I enjoyed it very much. I thought it was fantastic. It's a very great thing for the American people to be able to see all the diversity of all of the cultures, not only of my people, but of all the different people. I like the.
God, a lot of these people and kids are probably either dead or old now.
I like the baseball.
That looks like you, though.
Freedom Bell.
Oh my God, it does.
Hey, this is fantastic.
Dude, that one kid looks like my friend Rowan in school.
For the
The same glasses and everything.
These kids were really interested. They found a lot of stuff they really enjoyed.
She's
Really
probably old.
brings to mind what we have.
She looks old already, yo.
And how precious what we have should be to us.
That woman already did, my guy.
To the people
Yeah.
as they come off the train.
Ben,
Makes it all
Ben,
seem
get the
so
fuck on. We
worthwhile.
need to ask some important
There's something
questions.
on there for everyone. They're really.
Ben, which of these, which one of these holes would you bang?
None of them.
Nick, George, what the fuck? George.
Hey, yes, what? Oh no, he did darn left. Oh no. He went to go poo pee pee. Anyways, let's continue.
Ben's back.
What were you asking me?
It really is. And you hear them.
Oh wait, Jesus Christ, Ben!
Well,
Talking about George Washington's copy of the Constitution, the moon rocks, the Louisiana Purchase, the real one. Willard's painting of the Spirit of 76. The invention car so popular. Bob Lanier's sneaker.
I think it's terrific for the family to see something like this.
Man,
It shows them what our heritage is.
Now that looks like Ben for something.
Yeah, it kind of does. Hey, there's 4449.
Look, there's Ben's gay boyfriend.
No, Ben's favorite.
Nick, George, I don't have a gay boyfriend. Oh my God, bro. I'm fucking
Take a beat.
Tell you.
I did it.
We don't care if you did it.
I don't care about Iowa.
To society.
One of the most thrilling experiences of the whole adventure is to be on the
Ross Roland?
across the country and see
No,
the
Doyle
thousands upon
McCormick.
thousands.
He's the guy who owns 4449.
1785.
Good Lord. I never realized that's what he looks like. God, he's young.
Makes me hate people.
They come down to track sign in small towns and big cities everywhere. Some places we go through, there are thousands of people there. You can see school buses lined up for a mile down the road. Kids all lined up trackside. Some of them probably will never get to see the inside of it, but they still felt the experience of the train as it passed.
Dang. Oh yeah, it had the 6 chime. Whatever. I know 4449 carried a 6 chime back then. We're skipping over that because
families, people. That's what the bicentennial is all about. Line the trackside as we cross this great land of ours. The train's a huge success. It was built through donations, and its operation costs are covered by ticket sales.
and to think that this is going to return in 2026, the Freedom Train. But I think all the original display cards were scrapped. I know some of the coaches still exist.
I got to help you all I can, but I'll handle it. Yeah, but if they
We're just overwhelmed with the response. Just we've gone.
You like it too much. You ain't even got You're doing well.
People started it, people building it, people helping it grow. People loving it, people moving it, people making it so.
It all began to happen. Take a look at your country.
Okay, we're going to stop there because that's copyrighted music.
How are we? How's little Emily? Emily. I'm sorry. How are you? We need a barn. A barn? course you do. All that potatoes. What kind of farm livestock? What's wrong with you? How many star-faced loons you got coming in here buying pre-cut hogs? Here, what you think? Have a look.
All right, George, Ben, what should I show next?
We have a couple already got.
Should I show Rod's video of 130?
Yeah. And then after that, show the building of 11, 19, and 60. You know, the Jupiter and 119.
Okay.
I'm gonna show
yeah.
Roger's video.
And then I'll show Rod's other video after that.
No, I said show his video before the 11, 19 video.
That's what I meant. Nice.
You said after.
Yeah, and I'll show the other video he had. It's a nice video, Rod. Despite their, it's hard to see because of the tree. Still a nice shot.
Stock, I'll have it sent.
I'll quickly show Rod's other video.
I'm sorry, of course.
And I'll show 119 in Jupiter.
It's great seeing you again. And you, sir. Pleasure is over. Great pleasure. Love your work. Of course. We're gonna pay for this. We pay for everything. I just wish I could help you, sir. You've been a good customer, and I like you, and David Geddes likes you. But this man. Really enjoy behaving and watching me make a fool of yourself. Hey, how are you? Well, hello, Uncle. Nice to see you. Oh, shut up, you old crazy. Listen, say you're working. Kind of desperate. Work? How desperate? Money. A bunch of money. My debt's climbing. You work for a fact? Is it legal? That's very legal. It's also dangerous. You, it'll be fine, but I wouldn't do it on my own. You got much choice. All right, then. Come on. Look after him, Sadie. He's a delicate fowl. Come back. Look, coming in. Get a crew out. Come on. I have it on good authority. I know, bud. Okay, I'll call you. What? All right. Got your business, but I don't know how long it'll stay that way. Inside the beauty salesman's up there on the property, couldn't find a rancher. But saw a
I'm back. What did I miss?
I was just showing Rod's videos of the trains he caught.
Okay.
Ben wants to see 119 and the Jupiter being built. You mean
I want to watch
right,
that
Ben?
too. I want to watch that too.
Yeah.
Right.
That documentary is really good. I like that documentary. Also, what's the update on Jupiter's? Is there any updates on Jupiter? Like, you know, after its accident with that car?
What do you, I don't know.
I'm asking if y'all know anything, because I don't.
No.
Ben?
Ben, do you know what happened to 119 in Jupiter?
They're still they're kept in a shed right now.
It's
No, like, do you know what happened? Do you know what happened to Jupiter after it had that accident with the car that a few months ago?
Wait, what?
You were the one who told us that Jupiter crashed. The plow on Jupiter broke.
What the fuck do you fucking mean? I never said anything about the Jupiter.
Oh,
You said someone said that there was an accident with the Jupiter and that the cow catcher came off after it hit a car.
I'll be right back.
And that was like a few months ago.
Ben said he'd be right back.
Okay. Was it last year? I don't remember.
Oh, I see
Yeah,
it, Rod. Some idiot just made danger. They jet across the road as the train is coming. Damn. They had taken any longer and been gone across that road, they would have been dead. Hey,
did you find it yet, Nick?
Yeah, look. There's Ben. There's Ben's favorite, 844.
Yeah. I'll be right back. Hold on.
That's not 844. So what the heck? 611. Ooh.
Okay, I'm back. Let's watch the documentary.
All right. And you just missed it.
What?
Look, it's 611.
What? I don't see it. You're not showing your screen.
Hold on.
Finally.
As it played a central role in opening up and
There's
developing
844.
vast open spaces
Back
of
when
the
it's
United
8444. But that's not even 844's whistle.
It was at one time.
Wait,
that was
really?
like a replacement whistle. Yeah, that was its replacement whistle for a day.
Huh. It does not sound like a 3 chime.
open spaces of
Because it's not.
Sounds like a CB&Q5.
That's because it is.
You could say America and her railroads grew up together.
See, there's 611. See?
Yeah, I see.
I mean, I think that's 611 because it looks like it
and
said
her railroads
Wait.
grew up together.
It looks like I can see just barely make out 611, or maybe it's 601. But I just say there's 611 because it's J-Class.
The haunting voice of the steam engines enchanted dreamers of everything.
Hey, there's a Grand Trunk Western.
In the 1950s.
Wow, that's a stock sound effect. That's a J3 snowplow horn.
A new era began for American railroading, an era of diesels and streamlined passenger trains. In a matter of years, the steam locomotive that had played such an important role in America's history
New York
had
Central.
all but disappeared. Luckily, the great age of steam locomotion has been reborn with the construction of 2 beautiful locomotive replicas, the Jupiter and 119, located at the Golden Spike National Historic Site.
One of them is
Promontory,
actually
Utah.
from the Virginia Truckee.
Over 100 years has passed
it's
since that
formerly
famous spike of
one of
gold
the
was
V&T
driven.
locomotives.
The pilots of the original locomotive
Big.
touched
Both of them were
binding
rebuilt.
the nation with a
None of them were a different railroad.
I heard that they borrowed locomotives from the Virginia and Truckee and rebuilt them into replicas.
No, they're all original. They're all rebuilt from the ground up.
ribbon of steel.
You're thinking about the Disney Railroad.
The remarkable significance of this historic event has been lost to America's younger generations. Determined to restore this historic event to its proper place in our modern perspective, the National Park Service initiated the project of building replicas of the 2 steam locomotives, the Jupiter and 119.
Even though this is both not part of UP's history, but also America's history.
Steam engines
yeah.
like these haven't been built in over 100 years. No blueprints or plans remained of the original engines, only photographs and a few technical specifications. In 1975,
They could have gone to Georgia and looked at the General.
Yeah, because the General is basically similar, just younger.
And a different boiler shape, but kind of similar.
Well, if you think about it, this was when the General was still in its old shape. The General was rebuilt after.
Yeah, so it didn't have that. It didn't have that slope thing in the boiler. It was still in its normal shape. So yeah.
It was still its original design before they changed it, so then it could operate again for
The
RAF.
National Park Service contracted
Yeah, the
O'Connor
FRA,
Engineering
yeah.
Laboratories in Costa Mesa,
But I
California,
get it.
to build the replicas. Chadwell O'Connor, president of O'Connor Engineering Laboratories, and John Healy, his chief engineer.
But they could have also looked at they could also looked at General 2. That was around during that age and it was operating.
One of the requirements in the specifications for the two locomotives was that they had to be within a quarter of an inch of the original locomotives. This turned out to be a major problem in that there were no drawings on either locomotive. So the net end result is that we had to go back to photographs and rely on photographs almost 100% to get our information. And one of the things we did was to develop a micrometer. John Healy came up with one that would work with the calipers and a formula to change the dimensions from the photograph to the lineal dimensions as they would come out.
We had to design most of the components by scaling photographs. We'd established some basic benchmark dimensions like the center between the main driving wheels. Once this dimension was established, then other dimensions such as the diameter of the stack, the length of the steam chest lagging, the length of the headlight and the height of the headlight could be established.
We went back to get the basic dimensions from a few dimensions that we had. We had the diameter of the wheels, we had the gauge of the locomotives, and very fortunately we had a drawing of the boiler from one of the locomotives. And we found the serial number of the 119 on this boiler drawing, and that was sufficient to get us quite a few dimensions.
Bob Doty was one of the craftsmen working under John Healy from the beginning of this project. Today, he's the chief locomotive engineer for the Jupiter and 119 at Promontory Summit, Utah.
Well, the Jupiter and the 119 class locomotives represented state-of-the-art engineering in mid-19th century. They were American standard type, or 440, which meant they had 4 drivers coupled and a 4-wheeled engine truck under the cylinders to guide them around the curves, and of course no trailing truck underneath the boiler.
Yep, just like in general.
To accommodate the construction of the steam engines, the O'Connor shops had to be re-outfitted. Concrete floors were removed and track was installed. Truckloads of ballast or gravel were hauled in and tamped to anchor the ties. While the shop was being outfitted, the drawings were being made.
We set up a procedure where John Healy and myself supervised all the drawings. We ended up with well over 700 drawings on the 2 locomotives. One of the drawings that we made on the locomotive, in fact, it was the drawing for the cylinders, which I made myself, is 22 feet long, and everyone in our drafting room kidded me about having such a long drawing, but it came out well and the cylinders worked, so I guess it was all right.
Once the drawings were completed, the frames of the Jupiter and the 119 were torch cut and machined at L&F Industries in Los Angeles. Cut from 4-inch slabs of solid steel with a cutting torch, the pantograph arrangement allowed the machinist to cut directly from the drawings of the frames. By cutting from one single plate of steel, the frames would be stronger than the originals. The boilers on the Jupiter and 119 were built by Dixon Boiler Works in Los Angeles. Since both boiler shells had the same 50-inch outside diameter and the same number of 2-inch flues, they looked identical from a distance, except for the extended smoke box on the 119.
Well, the original boilers on the Jupiter and the 119.
What the fuck? Nick, what gives?
Nothing, I'm just checking the chat.
Oh, okay.
Which was state of the art at that period of time, were made out of wrought iron, which was an iron similar to cast iron that was worked to make it supple and malleable. And
hold on, I can't see without stopping the stream, so let me just do that. Oh shoot, Jaden wanted to join. Also, Ben left. George. Oh, he left to play VR chat. All right. Yeah, Jaden, you can join. Just I'll send you the link real quick, and let me just pull up the stream so I can quickly delete the link. All right, Jaden, if you're still watching, the link's in the chat.
Got myself some cheese soup.
Cheese soup.
It's soup with cheese in it. It's basically the ramen soup, but with cheese.
All right.
You never knew that?
No, I did.
Interesting. Okay.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello. What does now?
Oh yeah, Jaden. I got a box of model trains from one of my grandmother's friends who lives in Connecticut, and I've got one of the cars from the Overland Limited, the MSTL. And
I found the grain cars for you. But speaking of buying stuff,
he got a -8.
And
nice.
Is that what number is it? What number is it?
608.
Ha! Mine is I might as well show you my model.
Yeah.
Might as well show you my model before we continue this. Do you have the tender for it?
My tender? Oh yeah, I got it.
Does it run?
Yep, definitely.
What number is -8?
510. It's Sony from Tidewater Point.
Hey, it's Sunny! Hi, kids! I'm Sunny!
Sunny.
Sunny, the dude is short.
Track spokes engine.
There's a bit of a problem with it though. Like when you hold it up without like having a hand under it, it just kind of has like its undercarriage. It kind of gets a bit loose. Also, I'm gonna need to try and
hold on. I'm still getting my model. I'm still getting my I'm still getting my J-Class model out. Give me a sec.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you're wondering where this ended up.
J.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sign up to Discord today. So, I turned Discord age on June 19th, so I guess we could probably
Yeah, it's already passed. I was about to say it's already past June. Why haven't you joined Discord yet?
Probably hasn't downloaded yet.
I was honestly just too lazy.
They used to form the sheets.
If you do tonight,
Nick, pause the stream really quick. Nick, pause the stream really quick. Pause the video. Let me show our boy this. Let's just show tiny big boy this. Do you see this?
Wow.
Special collector's edition.
Yeah, today we'll finally get to see my HO collection. Not to mention my SC40.
Let me go ahead and pull out the J.
The 611. I need to find a 611 Class J.
She's the finest train you'll ever see. 611 Class J. I also have another one, which is down there on my.
It's end
Here it is.
Yeah, should I put 45?
Hello, child.
23.
Also, what's the number? Wait, what's the number on the tender? What's the number on the tender?
608.
Mine's numbered 610. I have an error. I have a factory error one.
Oh.
Gee. You know what I did? You know what I did, George? I don't care if it's got the decision. Want to be realistic? Just scratch the number off and then decal and then get decals for 6.
No, Nick. You know how rare that is to get a factory error engine? Very rare, and I could sell it for a lot of money if I wanted to.
Or you could just have it say that 608 and 610 or whatever swap.
No.
You know they did that though, right? They'd swap tenders if one local center was having a problem. They'd swap it with another.
I'm sure they would only do that if they had any cars.
Oh, you got New Haven passenger cars?
But yeah, that's my model.
Dude, Jaden got passenger cars. Nice.
Yeah, my first
though. I'm still waiting on the. I'm still waiting on the models I need.
Yeah, he's probably in the run.
I need the Thomas. I need the James. I need the Thomas. I need.
By the way,
I'm gonna try to sign up the Discord like tonight or tomorrow.
Try it now, you lazy bump.
Okay, so
you listen.
My J has like a Tyco styled coupler, but I can hook it up to Bachman.
It's Tyco does not. You know, Jalen. You know, Jaden. Tyco was not the only ones who made the horn hook. Bachman did as well. You know, your 611, your J class. That's Bachman.
Yeah, Bachman horn hooks.
Yeah, I got
that car I have from the Over Unlimited has horn hooks. I'm keeping a bunch of those as horn hooks, so because you know.
But yeah, I need the James. I need the James. But yeah, I need the James. I need the James. I need the James. I need the Tom the Tankmas, and I need the Niagara.
Yeah,
what I want? I forgot.
Yeah, I think it's cheaper for me to, because I can buy a locomotive and tender on itself, or I can just ask my grandfather or my uncle Dennis, who owns the set that my grandfather has in his basement, if I can take the locomotive and tender from it. That's the original one, the FBF looking one. I can just take that and just repaint that.
You know, Nick, the original one, that's a Santa Fe Northern. You know how I know? Because I've seen it.
Yeah, I know it's that Santa Fe cab. But you want to know the Vanderbilt?
No, Nick, you don't understand. That's a whole entire Santa Fe Northern, the front of it. The tender's the same.
Yeah, but you know what I was thinking of doing, right? Because it's got a 6-axle Vanderbilt tender. I lower the headlight down in the bulb, slap some front-mounted air compressors on that shit, and sorry my language, paint up in Great Northern colors, and I've got a Great Northern S2 kit bashed.
Good luck with that.
I can do it. If I find some air compressor parts, HO scale, I'll do that, and then I'll build it, and then I'll have an S2 and paint it up. Yeah, I'll have an S2. But an S2 with a centered headlight. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, that looks so weird, but so cool.
Okay, can we continue now?
Yeah.
Rivet them all together and caulk the seams with a caulking chisel to make them watertight. But the problem with the old boiler is that they incorporated a flaw in the sheet in forming those sheets with a drop hammer. They may never know it until the boiler blew up.
Today, the seams of the Jupiter and the 119 are electrically welded to increase the boiler's strength and improve safety. Each boiler is licensed for 160 pounds of steam pressure under the ASME code, as compared with 120 pounds of pressure on the original engines. A huge boring drill using a 2 1/32 inch bit was used to drill the holes for the fire tubes, which run the length of the boiler.
So
This
I'm gonna let this
process
play.
must be precise,
Nick, just go.
so when the fire tubes are
Alright.
rolled into place, there will be no leaking.
The biggest single casting on the locomotive, and probably the most difficult, was the main cylinders for both locomotives, because they have a lot of passages for the steam and the exhaust and so on.
Well, the cylinders were all cast in one piece, kind of a different method. The original ones were cast in 3 pieces and then bolted together, but Chad didn't like that idea because they were famous for falling apart. the bolts would come loose. So he designed it to be cast in one piece.
Cores were used in the casting to leave the cavities for the bore valve ports, steam, and exhaust passages. This alleviates the need for the expensive and time-consuming process of machining the holes after the cast is made. The cores were made of core sand, a sand blended with oil and baked to harden, so they could be easily removed with an air hammer after the casting was completed. This casting weighed about 5 tons in its rough state and was cast in gray iron.
These cylinders, after they were cast, they had to be put on a big boring mill, and all the steam passages in the valve portion up in the steam chest here all had to be machined very precisely.
Well, another friend of mine that worked at Disney, Maury Hauser, was an excellent engineer, and we had him come over on weekends and work on the valve gear. And when we put them together, we left a key loose that could be adjusted in case they weren't timed just right. But as it turned out, the timing was perfect, and I think on one locomotive it was within 7 thousandths and the other within 15 thousandths, and that's closer than the original manufacturers ever got on their valve gear. So we were just tickled to death with the drawings on that.
On early locomotives, the frames were bolted to the cylinders and would eventually vibrate loose. Chad O'Connor decided to shrink fit the frame to the cylinders on these replicas to correct this problem. The frame was dropped beneath the cylinders and heated with a large acetylene torch until they expanded a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch beyond the size of the cylinder mounts. The frame was then jacked up to fit the cylinder mounts and allowed to cool. This heat shrink process assures a lasting fit. As an extra precaution, the cylinders were bolted to the frame.
Wheels on the locomotive have to look well. They have to have good appearance, they have to balance, and they have to be concentric. It's very, very important to have top-notch castings on the two wheels, and to boot, they're quite large in diameter. But very fortunately, we had a good pattern maker, and they came out very well.
The wheels on these locomotives are about the largest parts that you will find that were cast, and they were cast in manganese steel.
The patterns for casting the driving wheels were made of pine or jelly-tongue wood in 2 pieces, the inside and outside patterns. The patterns were then placed in a mold flask, covered with talcum or parting compound. And then oiled sand was rammed securely around the mold. Cores were used because of the necessity of the casting of the holes for the drive pins and the wheel axles. After the sand was rammed firmly in place, the pattern was then removed. Both halves of the mold flask are joined, forming the hollow cavity, which is ready to be poured with manganese steel.
After the casting had cooled, they took the wheels out. They were machined to about this diameter right here. Now you'll notice that it has a tire.
I am back.
This is known as a driving wheel center, and this is known as the tire.
I'm
the
back.
The tire is made of steel. It was
I hear you. I hear you.
Probably for maybe a 62,000
Okay,
shrink fit,
James
something
says
like that.
phone's cracking up. He needs to rejoin again. All right.
What is known as a fire ring, and
I
there were flames about every 4 inches all the way around that tire. It was expanded so that it would fit loosely over the wheel center, and then with a crane and a clamp, it was lifted onto that wheel and jigged on and allowed to cool. Now, when that tire cooled, it shrunk to fit that wheel in such a manner that it'll never come loose. And so that is something that is almost a lost art in the locomotive construction field.
These huge drivers then had to be machined on a wheel lathe, a one-of-a-kind lathe large enough to accept the drivers. The truck and tender wheels were mounted on another lathe and trued up so the wheels would ride the rail in balance. The axle pins, first coated with white lead for lubrication, were pressed into the driving wheel centers under 50,000 pounds of pressure.
That paint does look like something else, don't it?
The driving wheels were similarly pressed onto the axles.
You don't get the joke, don't you?
The
No, I
frames
do.
were placed on blocks and readied for the
I
driving
do.
wheel and axle installation. The large driving wheels and axles were now ready to be attached to the frame. The axles have a driving box on each end next to the wheels containing a half bearing known as the crown brass. This allows the driving box to move freely up and down within the frame, held in place by the weight of the engine. These bearings were all machined and installed on the axles before they were to be mounted to the frames. After the boilers arrived from Dixon Boiler Works, each were lifted by a large gantry crane and attached to the frame.
When the boiler was assembled to the main cylinder casting and the dry pipe, the main steam valve, the steam dome cover, the throttle valve, and all the other pressure part closures were installed, we used our house boiler to charge up the locomotive boiler and then open the main throttle.
House
This
boiler
removed
ass.
the material, the construction debris, the dirt, the sand, and the other things that may damage the cylinder and the piston and the other moving parts.
Hey Nick, I'm gonna go really quick. If you end the stream, that's fine. But I'm gonna go let my
spoon of steam.
After the boilers were firmly attached to the frames and the cylinder saddle, we had to insulate the boilers. Now these boilers are insulated with 1.5 inches of calcium silicate block, and they come in 3-foot sections, about 8 inches wide and 1.5 inches thick. They're laid on the boiler, and then they're wired on. And after they're wired on, a man comes around with what is known as mud. It's an insulating compound, and he smears that all over to kind of smooth out the rough edges and to fill in any little holes that might still be there in the insulation. Interestingly enough, the original locomotives were insulated with white pine, and that was about the only insulation they knew of at that time. And of course, over a period of time, it would burn and char and become useless.
Since both locomotives were made by different manufacturers, this produced a lot more work for us because different manufacturers have different techniques. So we ended up having to make almost all the parts ourselves, with the exception of a few nuts and bolts and screws. Every part was unique that we made.
Some of the last pieces constructed for the engines were the most beautiful. For example, the cabs for both locomotives were made of wood by master carpenters Wayne Helmick and Buck Marin on the floor of the O'Connor shops. The workmanship was so outstanding, it was decided the cabs would be left unpainted. Instead, they were stained so the natural beauty of the wood could show through. The complicated job of building the pilot was tackled by Buck Marin.
Well, these cowcatchers, or as they are technically known, pilots, were built out of solid oak with steel beams or steel frames. Of course, originally they were designed to throw cattle or buffalo off the track, especially coming through the prairies of Nebraska, where they had the thousands of buffalo roaming free. Well, the bells were quite a unique project because we wanted them to sound right. A lot of the later locomotive bells were pretty clangy. We wanted them to have a nice, pure tone.
The recreation of the bells for the Jupiter and the 119 was a combination of artistry and craftsmanship performed by the Aspeita brothers in their Bay City foundry in Wilmington, California. The bells were laid out to a formula for curvature and thickness used in the 1860s.
After we got the bells, we tuned them by having them machined until they were just exactly the way we wanted them. And we think we've got some pretty sweet sounding bells on these locomotives.
Finally, the brass fittings were installed. The gleaming brass is part of the mystique of these locomotives. finally the day arrived, the Jupiter's first major test. With Chad O'Connor at the controls, the engine was put under steam and backed from the shops. The success of this step marked an historic achievement in recreating the industrial technology of a bygone era.
One of the most important steps to completing the locomotive is the finish. Without a good finish, of course, all the work that we've done on the rest of the locomotive would be lost. What we did, since no one within the plant was any good at artwork or painting, that sort of thing, we got an old friend of mine, Ward Kimball, who was one of the first 6 people that started the Disney company, one of the animators. And he did all the artwork on the paintings on the corner, on the back of the tender, and the numbers on the sides of the cab, and other painting around the locomotive.
He painted the left-hand side of the sand dome of the 119 as it was represented originally as probably Johnny Appleseed. One interesting part about the sand dome, the right-hand side always had a bunch of soldiers or people standing there when Russell took his famous photographs. And so we didn't really know what the sand dome looked like on the right-hand sides.
Ward solved the problem by studying history books and finally decided on the mountain man, Jim Bridger, as an appropriate character to paint on the right-hand side of the steam dome. A couple of the people he brought out from Disney did all the gold leaf work. Now, we could have gotten by with gold paint, but we decided to do the job a little bit on the extra side, and it was a bit labor of love almost throughout the whole job.
Mr. Kimball also etched antique numbers and letters of the 1860s on the faces of the steam gauges and boiler water glasses, which were nearly the only commercial products on the engines. On April 30th, 1979, the Jupiter and the 119 were ready to be shipped to their final destination at Promontory Summit, Utah, 800 miles from the O'Connor Laboratories in Costa Mesa.
The 2 locomotives were delivered about 10 days ahead of the final date, which was May 10th for the celebration. And we were quite surprised at the number of people that were present.
Several days later, a ceremony was held so that the general public could see the locomotives. The locomotives were christened with water from the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans to signify the union of the coasts with a continuous ribbon of steel. Today, during the summer months, the Jupiter and the 119 can be seen daily at their permanent home at the Golden Spike National Historic Site, Promontory, Utah.
These locomotives represent the finest products of 19th century engineering. They are as beautiful now as they were over 100 years ago. I hope today, as people look at these engines, they will reflect upon the historical heritage they represent.
I look back on the work that we did on the 2 locomotives, and frankly, I wouldn't trade it for any other thing that I've ever done in my entire life. They both came out beautifully. They're both running well. They've had little or no problems and very, very little maintenance.
Several times each year, the trains are used in a reenactment of the Golden Spike ceremony, commemorating the meeting of the rails in 1869.
The last spike is a regular iron railroad spike that can be driven with the maul. Now, both the maul and the spike are wired to the transcontinental telegraph line so that the entire nation may hear the blows as the spike is driven. Oh, goodness. You missed. Would you care to do the honors?
Thank you very much.
George is here. He just left to go do something real quick.
Here, would you do the sir?
You've been doing work anyway.
Bret Hart captured the moment in words. What was it the engine said? Pilots touching head to head, facing on the single track, half a world behind each back.
That's the first I've seen it in color.
Yeah. All right, I put my user in the private chat for you, Jaden. Well, George, you got back right to finish. You were watching, though, right?
I was watching, yes.
That's the first I've seen that picture in color.
It made me cry.
Yeah, I sent Jaden my thing. You can send him yours.
Might as well.
I'm going to put the other AFT documentary on.
The one that I was talking about. There's one that it just shows 4449 standing proudly with steam going around talking about the American Freedom Train. Look for that. Here, show your screen. I'll call it out if I see it.
Okay.
I'm just
doing Chrome. I'm just streaming like a Chrome tab because it's a bit less lag in my computer.
There you go down. There it is.
This one?
Yes, sir.
Oh, 18.
614.
Yes, Texas State 500. Hey, 759. Or is that?
I think I've seen that intro.
Yeah. Oh, there's 611.
611. He's nuts.
Hey.
Hello.
611 just staring. Oh no! It's him. I saw him.
Harvey.
The cab of the steam engine.
Oh my God! It's Harvey.
Coaches open for free visits.
No.
During this historic near-transcontinental 15-day excursion, it was estimated that more than 1.5 million people were trackside to watch the colorful train go by. Among the celebrities who visited the Limited was John Wayne, who rose from Omaha to Salt Lake City.
John Wayne, the hand job.
During his 2 days stay, the Duke discussed with Ross Rowland how
Wait, you watched that series?
Like the Golden Spike Limited to celebrate America's 2nd birthday, then 7 years away. With John Wayne's support, Rowland pledged that he would begin.
Well, you smell like the flood.
Thus was born the American Freedom Train.
Play perfect are very hard to beat.
Wait a minute, it's not actually working.
What?
Oh my God! It's Steve Harvey.
Oh, it's not working. Hold
No,
on.
it's working. It just you just paused it.
No. It's Discord for me. Hold on.
What do you mean? Did you try mine?
Hold on, let me try yours.
Mine might work.
Yeah. What's your user, Jaden? If you pop in the chat and all.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on.
Organizing the American Freedom Train in late 1969. His initial idea was to have the project funded by the United States government. Armed with a variety of promotional drawings by noted railroad artist Bob Lorenz and scale models of the display cars, Ross spent the next 2 years making a series of 55 presentations, yielding a total of 55 turndowns. Finally, in 1973, Roland pitched his plan to Don Kendall, chairman of the Pepsi-Cola Company. Shortly thereafter, with Kendall's enthusiastic support, the American Freedom Train Foundation received grants of $1 million each from Pepsi, General Motors, Prudential Insurance, and Kraft Foods. The Freedom Train could now become a reality.
Little known to most people, those four companies
It's
just
not
didn't
Florida.
just give us money and go away. They gave us money and they supported us through their regional and local sales outfits and showrooms, and every town we went to, our four sponsors made sure we got everything we needed to be a success. And that's
Bro, smell like you 40.
With the projected opening
Yeah,
date of April 1st, 1975 quickly approaching, Ross and his staff rapidly went to work building what would turn out to be the only nationwide celebration of the bicentennial.
Sorry, guys. It's just mine's repeating the same things from the last 30 seconds.
Send yours in the chat. I'll see if it works.
He did.
My idea to put together a half
Okay, let me see if it works.
Didn't work.
A train to be pulled by a giant steam locomotive.
That is odd.
I had two stream tabs open, so that was the problem.
Most of the folks couldn't envision the project. Fortunately,
oh my
the
God,
right people
George, I
did listen
forgot.
And came forward to help us get the train
I think
going.
one of my mom's friends
After
had a
considering a number
toddler.
of large
She
steam
found the
locomotives to pull
James
the Freedom
model,
Train,
and she decided
Ross
to grab
selected
it.
ex-Southern
And
Pacific
this is
Daylight
how
484, number
one buffer got
4449 to do the honors. On December 14th,
I don't care about the buffers. I really do not care.
In Portland, Oregon, and moved to a nearby Burlington near the
As long as it works, I do not care if it's broken. As long as it runs.
Oh yeah, so my mom's gonna be away in Hawaii for 30 days, so I'm gonna see if Titi Jamie can take me to the UPS office, I guess.
A bit heavier than the nickel plate.
And I sent you a friend request via Discord finally.
All right, let me try.
Was almost identical.
No, I sent it to you. Look in your friend's chat.
I think I have to put a.
Meanwhile, the 25 car
I have to put a
concept of the
space
American
between the
Freedom
name
Train
and
began to take shape.
that. Don't I have to put a name between the space and the hashtag, George?
And brought to
Like the
Venice,
tag.
Florida, and Oakland, California.
I already sent him the friend request. It should work.
Final outfitting took place in Pittsburgh and Chicago, with the completed cars being sent to Cameron Station Military Reservation in Virginia.
Wait, it isn't working for George either.
No,
it is working. I sent you the friend request.
Oh, yeah, I typed in your username. It seems I can't.
Look in your friends. Look in your friend request. You should see it.
I got it.
Yay! Finally.
Yippee!
I'm now going to send you part.
Had large displays that could be viewed from the ground through huge.
You smell like you.
Hold on, Jay. Let me invite you.
Where's the Niagara? I need the Niagara.
Hold on.
10 cars, which were
Nick, shut up.
walkways to convey visitors to a series of exhibits featuring 512 original artifacts of famous Americana.
And in those 512 original artifacts,
I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to send Jaden my Discord server link, the one I did work on a few nights ago.
private individuals, etc.
Nick, I already sent him
were some
a
real,
friend
real
request. I'll make a group
extraordinary
chat.
treasures,
Don't
such as
worry.
George Washington's original copy of the Constitution with his own handwriting in the margins, Delaware's copy
Man,
of
smell how
the
you
first
feeling.
copy of the Bill of Rights. Priceless, absolutely priceless documents and artifacts.
Man, smell like you've won.
Bob Lanier's size 23 sneakers, the World Series trophy, the
Yeah, do you need my
Super Bowl
address or
trophy,
anything?
the Stanley Cup, etc., etc., etc. 512 original, significant artifacts telling part of the story of our country's 200-year history. And that's why the American Freedom Train was a sellout in every city it visited, because at least one of those items was a must-see for somebody.
Although the
Is
outfitting
that
of the train
really
itself
Ross
is moving
Roland
along
in the
nicely,
video?
a serious problem arose.
Ross Roland is in the video somewhere.
In early 1975, the Freedom Train Foundation was notified that the Southern Pacific Daylight locomotive was too tall to come east of Chicago. And we were thus stuck with the dilemma of having the American Freedom Train be diesel-powered east of Chicago or finding another solution. And there was no way I was going to let that
Actually, I
happen
didn't
if
hear about
possible.
Ross until I watched
We found the
2101
solution in February of
America's First Steam Star.
1975 in two Reading T1 locomotives that were owned by a scrap dealer in Baltimore, Maryland, and had sat in his scrap yard since he bought them from the Reading 20 years prior.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
I don't have a lot of.
Jaden, I sent
Yeah?
you something in DMs to take a look at if you need it.
Yeah, give me a second.
You made it into the heat race. It was
Okay. So what did we discuss about? We talked about James, Thomas, and the Niagara. What
Yeah,
the
the
guy
Niagara. I need to find a box for them, and
wrapping paper.
yeah.
Was there anything else I wanted? I forgot.
You wanted coaches too.
Yeah, there were. Wait, what coaches again?
The Thomas coaches.
No, he didn't.
I didn't want any.
Didn't. Yeah, he did. He didn't.
Oh, I thought you didn't want the any Clarabelle.
There was something else.
The 060, whatever it was.
That was George.
You have an 060?
Yeah, didn't you say you wanted that too, George? The 060 or whatnot?
Was it a tank engine or a tender engine? Because I forgot.
That was a tender engine.
No, I don't need it. I already have one. I don't think I was asking about that. There were other you had I'm not gonna say anything. But I guess send any in Clarabelle, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Let me go. Also, who wants this?
What is it?
What is it?
It's a poster of 4501 in green.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I'm a Southern man myself.
Yeah, I bought 608 and 510 from that model railroad.
I was able to purchase the two locomotives at a reasonable
price. Let me
see. And we moved them promptly to the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad in Baltimore.
I remember there were a few American cars. Let me check. What kind of cars did you have? I mean, coaches?
Honestly, 2101 looks like she was painted in brass.
Yeah, I just.
What do you mean? That's just the black lighting. That's just the black lighting. The lighting that they had.
Yo, George, are you gonna make a group chat with me and him? So you know.
I will. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Give me a brain, my guy. Give me a brain, my guy.
Wait, BVNN 643. Wait, what's the BVNN?
It's the initials for my model railroad that I'm working on HO scale.
Oh, wait, you mean that model railroad club thing?
No, it's literally my model railroad that I'm working on in real life.
Oh yeah, I saw a video of those. You know, like the one with the tier 4s.
Yeah, it's my HO model railroad. Yeah, that's
okay. Give me. Alright, I'm making the group chat.
Okay.
And Nick, I forgot what was yours. God damn it.
We could have a shot.
I pinged you so you can see the damn thing.
I don't. Nigga, I can't see it. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna have to go do that shit again.
So I think I honestly thought after 2101's initial rebuild in the American Freedom Train, she kind of looked fat with the side numbers blinking the bell. Not to mention the boiler kind of.
Okay, there. I made it. I made it. I made it.
All right. I'm sending you a friend request, Jaden.
All right.
Literally on top of each other.
I remember there was more than the. I remember there was more than the 3 engines. I think I said I wanted coaches. Hold on.
Yeah. Made it into an operable engine, and we were able to join the American Freedom Train consist outside of Alexandria, Virginia, with 5 minutes to spare. So we made it by the skin of our teeth, but we were steam powered all the way.
With the paint on her drivers still drying on March 28, 1975, the ex-Reading T-Hog also loaded the Cameron Station.
I did find both of them, but I only found this Lehigh Valley one in the toy box.
Train then headed north to Wilmington.
All right, that's good.
Successful April 1st opening day.
Yeah, also I got this Great Northern flat car.
That's all right. That's good.
All right.
Okay, I remember I wanted some coaches. Shout some of the coaches you got again, because I don't remember. Oh no, America! Here comes
my jam.
The Freedom Trains are going down 200 years of track, 200 years of glory, never to turn back.
The train is called America, your ticket is the dream that makes the touch of freedom for all the world to see. She left the station in Lexington in 1776.
Okay, Jaden, show the coaches. I need American rolling stock.
How about these heavyweights?
Oh no, that's the new one, isn't it? That's something new you got, right?
Yeah, I bought them a couple of weeks ago along with 608.
No, yeah, don't. I don't need your new stuff. I don't need your new stuff. I want the old stuff. I need the classics.
Okay, I'm gonna end the stream here.
Most likely Annie and Clarabelle were the only
other coaches you got.
All right, well, I'm going to end the stream here because it's been going for an hour and 37 minutes, so I'm going to end the stream here.
All right.
Okay, and I'm gonna send you, Jaden, my address now.
All right. I think we can start up a little call real quick just to continue talking there. All right, for those of you who are watching, the stream is over. We will be back tomorrow earlier in the day, like the morning and the daytime. I will see you guys.
Oh, I found it.
In the next video. Oh, I'll take that too. That's good. Yeah.
Okay, I got both of them. I need to go organize 806, James, and Thomas for George.
Yep, and then all the other cards that you found.
No, I don't want your. Oh yeah, 806. 608. Oh, I'm always getting confused of the J class and the 9.
I just noticed 806 and 608.